If you place a deaf child in a mainstream classroom where everybody's talking orally, that child is going to be lost. It's as if I placed you in a classroom in China. No matter how intelligent you are, you're not going to be able to understand anything. Sadly, the deaf community is highly marginalized, particularly here in Pakistan. It's estimated there's over 1 million children who are deaf, and hardly 5% of those have access to education. My wife and I are parents of a deaf child. We came to Pakistan in the late 1980s. We were both working in the development sector, and we came here to help on a small project. And while we were here, we saw the very lack of quality education programs for deaf children. A business friend of ours said, I have a spare office space I'd like to give you. It was in the heart of Karachi in the Sadr area. And we started our first small Deaf Reach tuition center there. We had about 20 teenagers coming. They wanted to learn basic literacy skills, help them find a job. And from there, parents came to us, oh, hamare bache deaf, kya kare? I said, chalo, bring them, we'll do something. And we started a small primary class. Wo ye hamara simple beginnings tha. But as we started this project and we had children coming to us, we couldn't just say Allah Hafiz. And from there, things have just grown over the years to where we now have 8 full-time schools across the country that go from KG all the way up through a college. And 3 years ago, we initiated a Bachelor of Arts program for higher education. One of the few in the country in that regard. If we look at the deaf community not as a disability group, but as a minority culture that just speaks a different language, the onus is on us to be more inclusive and give them room to utilize that language. Our students still sit for the Sindh board exams or the Punjab board exams, and our students do exceptionally well on these exams. They all pass, they all get A's and B's. The real challenge is there's very few teachers who are trained in proper deaf educational pedagogy. One thing we're working on developing is digital learning content that is up on a Pakistan Sign Language portal that any teacher, any parent, any deaf person can access free of cost. And you can go to our website, it's psl.org.pk, because we believe this would be the way of the future to reach these large numbers that are there. We've created over 2,000 jobs in the last few years for deaf individuals, and we have young people and older deaf people working across various sectors. Some are working in banks, in the textile industry, pharma industry, food service. KFC Restaurants was a project of ours where we collaborated back in 2007 and launched the first deaf-run KFC branch. And now they employ over 200 young people in their restaurants. There's tremendous opportunities, and what we're doing by providing education and employment is you're creating someone who is self-reliant instead of being dependent on the state or on their families. In the early days, there was a reasonable amount of skepticism, if you will, even some opposition. But once they saw the benefits that their children were gaining from getting an education, they became some of our strongest champions. The Pakistani hospitality has been tremendous. The community has been very supportive. And we've now built our lives here.